Welcome to the new Porsche Panamera 4S. Now, this is a Porsche, so you might be wondering what am I doing here and not in the driver's seat. Let's not forget, the Panamera has always been Porsche's answer to the luxurious sports saloons like the Mercedes-Benz CLS and the Maserati Quattroporte. So it needs to have more doors than the 911, and it needs to have plenty of space and luxury at the back to please all the datos and the dating who are going to buy this car. Now, I have no such title, but I am very happy at the back. But let's not forget, this is a Porsche as well, so it needs to meet that Porsche DNA. So, how's it like to drive, bro?
It's a Porsche, man. No worries. It's a sports car, literally a sports car. Porsche's sports car game is always on point, so this is not far from that. In fact, it's exactly that. So Daryl, you mentioned just now about the Mercedes CLS and the Maserati Quattroporte. Those cars, just like this one, it's in the sports saloon, luxurious sports saloon segment. They always struggle to define its two most important qualities, which is handling and luxury in the comfort sense. And to me, if I remember correctly, the first generation Panamera was always slanted more towards handling in order to define its core value of being a Porsche. But this one, I think, is slightly different. There is a better balance between those two qualities of luxury, comfort and handling. Unlike the old car, where the rear passenger, which is probably the most important person in the car, they had very little things to play with, not a lot of things to fiddle, buttons and all that. This one is different. Not only is it, I think, is more comfortable, but there's also the passenger has more tech to play with.
So, Chairman was talking about all the buttons that I have to play with here. I mean, look at this. I can do so many things with this. For starters, I can control the volume from the back. I don't have to tell the guy in front. And in case you didn't know, this is an aircon vent, but you can't just push it open. You gotta use the controls here. I mean, how cool is that? In case you're the kind who's paranoid about your driver kidnapping you, you can even have a look at the sat-nav here to make sure that he's going the right way. Right here is where the ashtray and the USB is. If you don't want to bother with all of this tech, there is always a good old armrest. I mean, this is how you travel like a boss.
The car we have here is spec'd rather generously. It's got the Porsche Dynamic Light System Plus and Sport Design package. Even the model designation, which is painted in black, is a cost option. The engine is new. Its twin-turbo 2.9-litre V6 makes 440 horsepower, or 20 more than the old Panamera 4S. And with 550 Nm that kicks in from 1,750 RPM, this car goes from standstill to 100 km per hour in 4.4 seconds. Exactly the same as the 718 Cayman S. The adaptive air suspension is standard in Malaysia, because, well, speed bumps are a crowd favourite evidently. Inside, this 4S comes with the optional two-tone leather, 4-zone climate control and seats with a massage function for front and rear. The trying too hard automatic aircon vents are standard, but the soft close door closing function is another option. All that and other options I didn't mention totals a numbing 178,520 ringgit and 36 cents, GST not included.
Now, the very big problem with the first generation Panamera was that it looked very disproportionate from the rear. With the new one, I think the biggest problem has been addressed. It looks very much more like the 911 now, in a very good way. Much sportier and much sleeker. And even though it has gotten sleeker at the back, there is still plenty of room here. Porsche says this is 495 litres of volume. I wish I could express that in terms of how many kilos of durian you can put in, but I do not want this to be our last Porsche review. All I can say is it's very big, but not as big as a Cayenne. But unless you're not going to go into a jungle or go off-road in a Porsche. If you want something fast that you can bring your family in, something that rides slower is much better. I mean, it's more fun for everyone, isn't it? That's what the Porsche is, a great all-rounder. Hey! I know the car very fast, I don't need to behind bloody hell.